Waterworld.
Yes, Waterworld. And let me tell you, it's not the worst movie ever made. It's not. It's not even close. I have seen way worse movies.
World is the Kevin Costner mega blockbuster hit movie where he showed the world water. It starts off by green peeing into half a bottle, and it's all downhill from there. After regurgitating his pea cut into his lime plant, for obvious reasons, he goes for a swim. Cause it's fucking Waterworld and there isn't shit else to do.
To be fair, he's right. There's nothing else to do.
Then while he's down there, not only does he score some sick CDR mixtapes, but also these very practical boots. Fucking jackpot!
Jesus Christ.
But son of a bitch, he doesn't even get a chance to go new boot goofing when this guy comes out of nowhere.
What are you doing here?
Just waiting.
Well, the entire world ocean's a pretty small place, so that's not suspicious at all.
Totally
Then
not.
These guys show up, and suddenly it's super crowded. Realizing he's got a massive audience, it's now or never to finally bust out his juggling skills and make it big. Well, shit. Sorry, bro. But you had your chance. So he heads down to San Francisco.
Flags down, Drifter. We got enough traders.
Oh, really? Well, check out this shit.
They trade for trash. I mean, to be fair, this all looks like trash. So, wait. Where did they get those wheels from? Number one, they are huge. Number two, they are massive. They're so heavy. You wouldn't be able to get them out of the water. Get out of water. You. How? This makes no sense. Why am I asking for sense, for things making sense in Waterworld?
He tells him they haven't seen a license plate and thigh master like that in damn near 20 years, so make it quick and then get the f out.
You got 2 hours.
So he tries when these people beg him to bang their daughter,
All we want is your seed.
but he tells them he's not Steven Seagal, he's not into little girls, and they tell him not being Steven Seagal is literally their only criteria.
You're dying.
Jesus.
Well, that was needlessly hurtful, but he is in a hurry.
When the elders say so, you can leave.
Yeah, just because they told you to leave doesn't mean you can leave. But you, he's leaving. So they stop him, and oh my god, they don't want your kind here. So they lock him in a cage in case he tries to escape. The next day, they confirm that
You know, it makes no sense. First, they don't want him in. Then they don't want him out anymore. And then they cage him so he definitely can't get out. But they don't want him there because he's a mutant. This is so dumb. Why am I getting agitated by this?
they just don't want him there
This muto does constitute a threat.
and are left with no choice but to kill him.
He is hereby sentenced to be recycled.
If only there was any other way, he could not be here. But thankfully, it's death by split pea soup, which is one of the most delightful ways to die. But even more thankfully is that this stupid is interrupted by these guys who know how to fucking party. So they attack the place for no reason, then start doing sick tricks like airplane water skiing jumps. And also these guys, who could be an illusion, cause nothing's pulling them, and they're never seen again.
Yeah. You know, at least we can give to Waterworld that the stunts and all, they were actually real, and not everything is CGI. Because today, this all would be CGI. And you would know it's CGI because it looks so bad. And give me a second. Wrong direction. Correct direction. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little more. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine.
That illusion shattering causes this guy to go full Wile E. Coyote and eat shit. Anyways,
course.
now we got blimps and jet skis that can just straight up fly, but he gives zero fucks and
Of course they can fly. It's a movie.
starts unloading on everyone. And sure, they may have numbers and vastly superior firepower,
But they don't have the power of love. Or water hose.
have a pressure washer. So now what? So now he does the smart thing and changes sides. After such a decisive victory that even Carl Urban could see, he plans to off a child,
Kid, we gotta pitch over the side.
and she is way too into it. But that was the Steven Seagal
Nice.
test, and you f***ing failed. Meanwhile, Dennis Hopper
Yeah, back in the day when you could still hit women in movies. Man, the good old days.
is riding around in a Lincoln Continental with the Mad Hatter and a guy with emphysema while tossing cigarettes to the peasants. I think this is the same movie, but I can't say for sure.
You cancel all those tractor pulls.
Anyways, last we
What?
saw, he was beating her head with a paddle. But I guess they worked it out, cause it somehow never comes up. Then after he actually talks to
Well, she wants to survive, so of course she isn't gonna complain. I mean, that's just how things like that work.
the little girl,
I'm not afraid of you.
he realizes what he should have done in the first place.
You wouldn't be so ugly if you cut your hair.
F you, mullets take time. He won't listen to this blasphemy.
This is so amazing. Oh, please more. More movies like, that was a mistake. That was an even greater mistake. Shouldn't have fucked around with the camera. Jesus Christ. This is... Why is... Shouldn't have fucked around with the camera.
Then he realizes, holy shit. She didn't even say I told you so, which is the first time in history a woman's ever passed that up, so she gets a second chance.
Thanks.
Don't make him regret it.
Well, can't we outrun them?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not with my sail down.
Or up, cause it's a sailboat and that's a fucking plane.
Yep.
But they have 2 harpoon guns and the plane only has 1 M60. It's simple math.
Sure.
Anyways, haircuts. Then, just to make absolutely sure, this is an irredeemable train wreck, Ron Phoenix shows up to give it his
Who?
sneak of approval. Okay, great, you can die now. And I
He missed the part where he wanted to, do it with the little girl. Was that too insensitive for the viewers of his videos? Because I think you guys can get... You're just fine with this. Yeah, he wanted to have its time with her. Not her, her. And that's why he got killed.
Have no idea where this shit is going, but it, sea monster. An epic sea monster battle is exactly what the movie needed, so go yourself, it doesn't have one. Now he's
Yep, because that wasn't really something. He just exploded it.
trying to talk a little girl,
Never met a person who couldn't swim before.
but she's too stupid.
I can't.
Yeah, that's why he said it. The next day, they're just sailing along, minding their own business, when son of a bitch, they come across a toll booth. But that, the water's been total shit today. Where's that money even going? Turns out, it all goes to these guys who only exist to enforce the toll. The whole thing operates.
My question would be, why are they... Not only why are they under the water all the time? Why are they under the water? And two, how do they not drown? What is this shit?
At a massive loss. So, you know, government shit. But oh shit, they're gonna trip the boat. So Costner busts out the old human flagpole boat jump move. And Dennis Hopper's pissed. No! But he'd recognize Peter Dinklage anywhere. This isn't over.
Bring me the trackers.
In fact, they get them the very next scene.
No way and no how.
Of course, I mean, they have motorboats and stuff like that. Of course they are fast. How can they not be?
Making all of this completely f***ing pointless.
Just kill him now!
But they come up with the genius plan of distracting them with the little girl
Receipt!
and then bailing. So they start making out until they can't hear the sound of the child screaming anymore. And then come back.
My boat.
Yes, this is your boat. Thank you so much for that information. Meanwhile, Hopper's talking to the kid
How about a cigarette?
and regretting every part of this.
I'm gonna cut open his head and I'm gonna eat his brain.
It's about time. She's had that shit coming. Now that she's gonna be brutally tortured, Costner has to rescue her. But also realizes she's super f***ing annoying
You wouldn't be so ugly if you cut your hair.
and a
Jesus Christ! You know, if you tell the story of this movie this way, just Jesus, yeah, it's not looking good.
little torture will do her some good, so I guess they're gonna bang first.
Of course.
Now he's flying in on a motherfucking jet ski. And he's also a ninja, I guess, because who gives a shit? So he finally confronts Hopper.
I want the girl.
You are a total freaking retard.
Yeah, maybe a little.
What makes you think that you're gonna get her?
Look, he doesn't really care that much, and if you say no, he'll just leave.
She never does stop talking. She never shuts up.
You know what? That's a good point. F*** everyone. Then, in a very stupid
To be fair, that was cool. The explosion of the ship was cool. Especially because it was not CGI.
turn of events, they switch places and a plane appears. So he figures how convenient he can just wreck the plane and take them both out. Oh, son of a bitch! And it's not like this shit can get any stupider without Steven Seagal showing up. So f it, how about that blimp just magically appears again? Then the place explodes again. This time for no reason. And just when this shit's about
Wait,
to
it
end,
explodes
the place
again? What?
exploded
Why?
and plane crash Dennis Hopper comes back to life somehow and kills the little girl. Then they crash on an island because Mr. Noodle's the pilot, and then it just ends.
It doesn't really end there, but goes a little more, but yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it.